Beth here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to film the video of the Diva Pageant overview kind of thing. I wanted to kind of explain some things to y'all and explain to you all what the Diva Pageant actually was and what I actually was doing there. And this chair is hurting my butt, like seriously. Anyway, the Diva Pageant took place the 24th of October at a place called the Moose Lodge, which it's kind of just like a VFW, if any of you know what that is. It's just kind of an organization where, you know, you become members of it and they have meetings and then they're open pretty much throughout the entire week. And they have like karaoke night and things like that, but all of the money that they make through like drink sales and dinners and stuff like that goes towards a charity. They have the women of the moose, they have the men of the moose, and then there's also the children of the moose, which is the like charitable thing where all of the money goes towards helping children. They have like camps and stuff, like moose camps, where the children, as far as I know, I read the pamphlet, where, you know, they just help out children. And the funds, I believe, for the Diva Pageant went for the women of the moose, for, you know, the cause. And it was a drag queen show. All of the men of the moose, well, the ones that were, you know, brave enough to actually do it, came together. They had to pay $10 for admission into the drag queen show. And then they were to get all dolled up, makeup, wigs, dresses, heels, jewelry, the whole shebang. They had to get ready for that, and then they had to walk out into the like big banquet room where all of the guests and everybody were, and they had to answer like 2 beauty pageant questions depending on, you know, what the hostess wanted to ask them. And then they ended up each picking a song that they had to dance around to get money, basically. There were like money holders who walked around and with a bucket with the guy's name on it so that you could put money inside of their bucket for them to basically win. Whoever had the most money at the end of the night won. We'll get to that. Anyway, so we started out the day, me and my best friend Bree, we started out the day at like 9 a.m. Got up, got ready. We went out and we had to find her husband Aaron jewelry, a wig, butt implants, and boob implants. So we ended up freaking going to Walmart and we had to find everything, and then we went all over town. We finally get back to her house. We're sitting there, we're, you know, just bullshitting, getting ready. We realized that the pageant doesn't start until 8. But because I was the makeup artist at the pageant, I had to do all the guys' makeup along with my friend Anthony, who was the basic star of the Diva Pageant. His sister helped out with like 4 or 5 of them, so that was awesome. And apparently Dot, that's her name, she apparently does all of the makeup yearly for the Diva Pageant, but I did it this year. Oops. But anyway, we were supposed to be there by 4 so that we could start on Anthony's makeup, because Anthony wanted the full drag queen makeup. And if you want to see what Anthony actually looked like, I will have pictures up. There are pictures up on my Facebook, facebook.com/Beth.Eiler2. So Beth period Eiler 2, I believe. I'll link it all below. But there's also a tutorial. I want to say it's called like the drag queen tutorial or the orange and black or something. It is on my YouTube channel. So definitely scroll down a couple of videos and check that out, because it is a very good tutorial and I really liked it. Anyway, he wanted the full drag queen-esque makeup. He wanted everything. He wanted to look like a full-on drag queen. And seriously, when I was done with him, he looked like a freaking woman. Seriously, him and his sister looked like identical. Anyway, so we realized I got freaking lipstick in the corner of my mouth. Bree's husband didn't get off until 3, or get home till 3. So then he still had to shower and do the whole shebang, and we still had to get all the way across town. We had to get gas, so we were a little bit late to we were there probably by 4:30. I fell out of the car with a bunch of freaking bags in my hands, and I freaking broke my toe. Wonderful, huh? It swelled up. It was terrible, and also the fact that at the time I was wearing flip flops. Through the rest of the night, I wore like 4.5, 5-inch heels the entire night. So yeah, that was beauty is pain for those you know. Anyway, so we get there, we go, we check out, you know, the venue, we see everything that's going on. I start Anthony's makeup. It took an hour and a half because, for one, when you get me, Brie, and Anthony together, all we do is laugh. All we do is laugh. And that's seriously what we did for an hour and a half. Some of the other contestants started coming around like 6:30, so I did a couple more people's makeup. I did Bree's husband's makeup. We had a couple of last minute entries who kind of weren't, they were last minute entries, and then, but at the same time we had like one or two that were supposed to be in the pageant to begin with, but they decided that they were going to chicken out, and then after the pageant had already started and we were all sat down and watching it and doing all that, when intermission came through, they were like, oh, well, we're drunk enough right now, we want to do it. So then I had to leave. After I had already done everybody's makeup, I had to leave my spot, walk all the way back to the back, and do their makeup. But I did not mind at all. It was wonderful. I laughed hysterically. But the thing of it was, every guy was getting wasted. Like, to the point that some of them couldn't even walk straight in their freaking heels and their dresses to make it worse. And Aaron, Bree's husband, was the last one. Each one of them had a name. I don't really remember too many of their names, but I do know that there was 2 names right off the top of my head. Our friend Hunter was Unihorny, because he had a freaking unicorn horn on his wig. Yeah. Anyway, and then Aaron was Grande Finale, and he was the final one, and he was so wasted. And literally, he danced to Bootylicious, and Aaron seriously worked the crowd. Now, we're getting to the bullshit part of the night. Between me, my mom, Bree, her friend, well, our friend Bonnie, the lead woman of the Moose, Carol, and then like 3 other people, between all of them, there was probably $170 inside of Aaron's bucket. We're waiting and waiting and waiting. They're pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. And we get up and we're dancing a freaking Cupid shuffle and the wobble and this, that, and the other. Finally, they announce the winner. And the winner was this old dude who I fucking swear to you, he probably had like $8, $9 inside of his bucket to begin with. He was just not a very pleasant sight to see. Not judging him or anything. It's just, he was so drunk and he was making it obnoxious, like lifting his dress and like showing his balls and shit like that. It just was not very, appealing to the crowd. Now, apparently, there was a judge, I don't know her name, but apparently she decided that she was going to move money. This is what I heard. She was going to move money from buckets to buckets, and took the money out of Aaron's bucket and put it into old dude, Grandpa Moses over there, put it into his bucket. And so, basically Grandpa Moses won. We were livid because we knew for a fact it came down to 2 guys that would have won it. the one guy, Sean, that's his name, he got like runner up. He got like Miss Congeniality Award or some shit. We thought Aaron had it in the bag. Had it in the bag because everybody loves Aaron. We knew that we had more money. When they said that they counted his bucket, there was only $74, which is bullshit because Brie alone put like 80. So explain to me that. Explain to me that. Anyway, aside from the cheating, it was an amazing night. Once we left the Moose, we went back to Bree's house. We played beer pong and Passover and flip cup until like 5 a.m. It was amazing. But yeah, anyway, I think that they ended up raising just in like the bucket money alone $500 for the charity. And then not to mention they also sold dinners for like $8. And also you had to, if you were not working the venue, if you were not working the pageant, you had to pay $5 to get in and get a wristband. I did not have to pay to get in. Neither did Bree or any of the contestants. But they made a lot of money. A lot of money. And I was very honored that I was able to do the makeup for the guys. Some of them turned out really well. Some of them fought me very, very, very much. Especially Bree's husband. He fought me. He doesn't like people around his eyes. So he, like, literally threatened to punch me a couple of times. And I just laughed at him. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for the Diva Pageant story. I'm glad that I finally got to make this video for you all and explain to you exactly what the Diva Pageant was and why we did it. It's a yearly thing. Next year I will be working the makeup place again, and I'm excited about that, and there will be a lot more contestants next year. So just stay tuned next year for another video on the Diva Moose Pageant. And I want to thank you all for taking the time if you actually watched this entire video. Yeah, thank you so much. I will see you all soon. Bye, guys.